Stop. Listen carefully. Do not brush this moment away as if it were just another digital shadow flickering across your screen. You have spent hours, days, perhaps even years running through the noise, searching for a signal that makes sense of the chaos inside your chest. But right now, the noise must end. I have interrupted your journey for a reason that transcends the logic of man. This is not a coincidence. This is not a random occurrence of an algorithm designed by human hands. This is a divine appointment, a sacred halt in the middle of your storm. I am reaching through the static to catch your attention because what I have to tell you cannot wait for a more convenient time. You are meant to hear my voice in this very second, in this very breath. You are here because I have willed it. Before I reveal the deep mysteries of why I've stopped you, I ask you to lean in and prepare your heart. Press like on this video right now to signify to the heavens that you are listening, and subscribe to this channel to open a permanent line of communication between my heart and yours. Do not let this window close without marking your presence. I am speaking to you, not to the person sitting next to you, not to the thousands who might pass this message by, and not to the crowd that surrounds you. I am speaking directly to you. I know the skepticism that rises in your mind like a wall. I know the voice that whispers that you are too small, too broken, or too forgotten for the Creator of all things to pause for you. But listen to me, I do not see as man sees. I do not look at the outward appearance or the mistakes you have carved into your history. I see the soul that is weary. I see the heart that is heavy. I see the silent tears you shed when the lights go out and the world is quiet. This moment was chosen before the foundations of the world were laid. It is a collision of my grace and your need. You are here because I called your name into the silence and your spirit recognized its Father. This is not a moment for the mind. It is a moment for the soul. Do not rush away from this stillness. This is the place where your healing begins. This is the place where the shift starts. Take a moment right now to acknowledge this meeting. Type "I am here" in the comments to mark this divine appointment with me. Let it be a seal upon this hour, a declaration that you are no longer wandering, but found. I see the restlessness in your fingers. I know the urge you feel right now to skim through these words, to skip ahead to the important parts, or to look for a quick fix for the ache in your chest. But listen to my voice. That restlessness is not your enemy. It is a symptom of the shift I am bringing into your life. You have been feeling it for weeks, haven't you? That strange, heavy sensation in the air, as if the very atmosphere of your home has changed. You walk into a room and feel a weight you cannot explain. You look at the people you have known for years and suddenly feel like a stranger among them. You feel an urgency to move, yet you are paralyzed by an exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. This is not just burnout, and it is not just stress. It is your spirit reacting to the movement of my hand in the heavens. I know how you feel. I know the weight of the questions that have no answers. I know the exhaustion of carrying a soul that feels too large for the world you are currently living in. Do not brush this away. Stay with me in this stillness, for the shift is already upon you. I have seen you waking up at 3 in the morning, your eyes snapping open in the darkness, while the rest of the world is deep in slumber. You lie there in the silence, your heart racing for no reason you can name, feeling as if you are waiting for a phone call that never comes or a door to open that you haven't yet found. I was there in those hours. I saw you staring at the ceiling, wondering why you feel so disconnected from the life you worked so hard to build. I saw the sudden fatigue that hits you in the middle of the day, a tiredness that goes deeper than your bones, making your limbs feel like lead and your mind feel like a clouded sky. You think you are failing. You think you are losing your strength, but I tell you, you are being recalibrated. I am pulling you back from the noise so that you can hear the frequency of my heart. You have felt like you no longer belong in the places that used to bring you comfort. Conversations that used to satisfy you now feel empty and hollow. This is because I am weaning you off the milk of the world to prepare you for the meat of the kingdom. I know the weight of the not belonging that haunts your steps. I saw you in the workplace surrounded by people laughing and talking while you felt as though you were standing behind a glass wall, unable to join in their trivialities. I saw you in your own living room looking at your belongings and feeling a sudden, sharp desire to leave it all behind and find something more real, something more eternal. This discomfort is my mercy. I'm making your current season uncomfortable so that you will not try to build a permanent home in a place that is only a transition. You are feeling the symptoms of a spiritual birth. There is a pressure in your life right now because something new is trying to come forth. It is painful, yes, and it is confusing, but it is necessary. I saw the smile you wore today to hide the trembling of your soul. I heard the sigh you let out when you thought no one was listening. I know every secret ache, every unspoken fear, and every why that you are afraid to ask aloud. Breathe now. Let your shoulders drop. You are tired, and I have heard you. You are safe here in my presence. If you feel my hand upon your life in this moment, type "I receive" in the comments to signal your agreement with this shift. You have heard my voice more than you realize. You have mistaken my whispers for intuition, and you have mistaken my barriers for bad luck. You look back at your life, and you see a trail of closed doors, missed opportunities, and sudden endings that left you weeping in the dark. You wondered why I was silent when you called out for those things, but I tell you now, I was never more active than in the moments I said no. You have credited your survival to your own cleverness or to the randomness of the universe, but I was the one standing in the gap. I was the one holding the door shut when you were trying to break it down. I was the one placing obstacles in your path to keep you from walking off a cliff you could not see. It was not luck that saved you. It was not a coincidence that the plans of your enemies failed. That was me. It was always me. Before you understood who I was already your shield. I saw you when that relationship crumbled, the one you thought was your entire future. I saw you crying on the floor, begging me to fix what was broken, but I allowed it to shatter because I saw the poison hidden in the heart of the one you loved. I was protecting you from a lifetime of sorrow that you were not equipped to carry. I saw you when you didn't get that job, the one you thought would solve all your problems. You felt rejected and humiliated, but I saw the corruption in that office and the way it would have swallowed your soul. I saw you when your car wouldn't start on a morning you were already late and you cursed the delay. I was the one who stalled the engine because there was a collision waiting 3 miles down the road, and I needed you to be exactly where you were. I saw you when a friend turned their back on you for no reason. I was the one who whispered the truth in their ear so they would leave because they could not go where I'm taking you now. I saw the sickness that kept you home when you wanted to be out. I saw the phone call that distracted you just as you were about to make a mistake. I saw the gut feeling that told you to take a different route home, avoiding a shadow you didn't even know was following you. I saw the money that seemed to disappear just before you could spend it on something that would have become a snare for your feet. I have been the silent architect of your safety. For every yes I have given you, I have given 1,000 no's that you will never truly understand until you stand in my light. I am the potter, and I have been molding the clay of your life sometimes by adding, but often by stripping away. Press like on this video right now as an agreement with heaven that my protection has been over you, and subscribe to stay under this voice, for I am revealing the truth of your journey. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a child of my design. Listen to me. The delays were not denials. The silence was not absence. I was the silence when you wanted to shout, because I was teaching you to listen to the rhythm of my heart. I was the obstacle when you wanted a clear path, because you were not yet strong enough for the battle that lay ahead. Every tear you shed over a lost dream was a seed I planted for a harvest you're about to reap. I've watched over you when you slept, and when you woke through the storms you knew about, and the ones I never let reach your shore. Stop looking at your past as a series of failures. Look at it as a masterfully crafted wall of protection that has brought you to this very moment safe and ready for the shift. Believe that I am fighting your battles even when you are standing still. Type breakthrough as mine in the comments if you believe that my hand has always been upon you. I know the isolation of your spirit. You look around at the world, at your friends and at your family, and you wonder why they do not see what you see. You see the flickering of the lights, the shifting of the shadows, and the strange weight in the air, while they continue to eat, drink, and plan for a future that feels fundamentally different to you. You feel like a stranger in your own skin, burdened by a knowing that you never asked for. This is the burden of awareness. I have opened your eyes not to frighten you, but to appoint you. While others are distracted by the noise of the marketplace and the glow of their screens, I have pulled back the veil for you. You are like a watchman on the wall peering into the horizon while the city below sleeps. It is a lonely place to stand, but it is a necessary one. You are not losing your mind. You are gaining my perspective. I've given you this sensitivity so that you can hear the footsteps of the king before he arrives at the door. Do not envy those who are still asleep. Do not wish for the comfort of their ignorance. Their peace is a fragile thing built on a foundation of sand, but your awareness is a gift of fire. It burns, yes, but it also purifies. I see you in the quiet moments, feeling the heavy atmosphere of the world pressing against your chest. I see you trying to explain the urgency you feel, only to be met with blank stares or polite smiles that mask their judgment. They call you anxious, but I call you alert. They call you obsessed, but I call you faithful. Being a watchman means you feel the storm before the first drop of rain hits the ground. It means you sense the shift in the wind before the trees begin to bend. It is a heavy calling, but I have chosen your shoulders because I knew they were strong enough to carry my secrets. But listen to me. The weight you carry is not yours to bear alone. You are never meant to carry the future on your own back. I am the one who holds the world. You are simply the one I've asked to watch it with me. Take a deep breath right now. Let your shoulders relax and drop away from your ears. Let the tension in your jaw dissolve. You are safe here under the shadow of my wings. You do not have to fix the world. You only have to remain awake. Stay present in this stillness with me, for in this quiet, I am giving you the strength to stand while others fall. Press like on this video if you understand that your sensitivity is a gift, and share this with someone who is weary and awake so they may know they are not alone. There is a community of the called, and I am gathering you now. Listen to the difference between my voice and the voice of the adversary. The enemy speaks in whispers of panic urgency, born of chaos and a rushing wind that leaves you breathless and trembling. He wants you to move without thinking, to react without praying, and to live in a constant state of what if. But I do not speak to cause you to stumble. I speak to cause you to stand. I warn you to prepare you, not to scare you. When I tell you that a season is changing, it is so you may gather your oil and trim your lamp, not so you may hide in the dark. Fear is a noise that drowns out my direction, but awareness is a quiet, steady frequency that allows you to see the path through the thickest fog. One leads to a cliff, the other leads to an arc. I am not calling you to a spirit of fear, for that does not come from me. I am calling you to a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Hear my heart as I speak these words to you once again. Fear not, for I am with you. Let these syllables anchor your soul. Fear not, this is my command to your nervous system. It is my hand pressing down on the shaking of your spirit. For I am with you. This is the reality that swallows every shadow. If the creator of the stars is standing in the room with you, what can the darkness do? Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. To be dismayed is to look at the circumstances around you and lose your breath, but I am telling you to look higher. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I'm not just watching you struggle from a distance, I'm the strength that is flowing into your weary muscles right now. I'm the help that arrives exactly when the burden becomes too heavy. I'm holding you up even when you feel like you are falling. Awareness is calm. Awareness is steady. It is the ability to look at the storm and say, I see the clouds, but I know the one who commands the wind. While the world rushes in a frenzy searching for answers in places that are empty, I'm inviting you into the secret place of the Most High. This is the difference between a victim and a victor. A victim reacts to the noise. A victor responds to the voice. I am placing a peace within you that defies human understanding, a peace that will act as a guard for your heart and your mind. As you listen to me, feel the panic dissolving. Feel the need to rush fading away. You do not need to outrun the storm. You only need to stay in the center of my will. If you believe that I am your strength and your shield type, I am ready in the comments to seal this preparation in your heart. There is a secret power in the pause that the world will never understand. The world tells you that to survive, you must move, you must hustle, and you must outrun the shadows. But I tell you today, moving less protects you more. In this season, your stillness is not a sign of weakness. It is your greatest weapon. When you stop, the momentum of the enemy's trap is broken. When you refuse to rush, the snares that were set for your feet become visible. I am calling you into a holy hesitation. I am pulling you back from the frantic pace of the crowd because there is a divine safety in the quiet. Do not fear the slow pace. Do not fear the days where it feels like nothing is happening. Behind the veil, in the silence of your room, I am moving the mountains that were blocking your future. I am placing you in the eye of the storm. While the winds howl around the edges of your life and the world is tossed to and fro, the center where you are with me is perfectly calm. Listen to the spiritual physics of stillness. When you remain still, you become unshakable. When you refuse to be moved by the headlines, the rumors, or the pressures of your bank account, you are standing on the rock that is higher than you. Silence is a shield. I am keeping you home in this hour, or keeping you in a quiet place of the spirit, because there is a frequency in the world right now that is designed to shatter your peace. If you are out there in the noise, you will absorb the panic of the masses. But here, under the canopy of my presence, you are insulated. I am hiding you in the secret place until the calamity passes by. Think of the eye of a hurricane. It is the most powerful part of the storm, yet it is the place of absolute silence. That is where I have positioned you. Let the world scream, you stay in the center. Let the markets shake, you stay in the center. Let the voices argue, you stay in the center. I want you to practice the power of the pause right now. Release the need to control the outcome of next week. Release the grip you have on the problems of tomorrow. Breathe in my peace, and as you exhale, let go of the exhaustion of trying to figure everything out. You are not the architect of your salvation. I am. I'm the one who holds the blueprints. Your only job is to stay within the perimeter of my peace. Staying still is an act of war against the enemy of your soul, who wants you exhausted and distracted. When you remain calm, you declare that I am God and He is not. This is the moment where you trade your fatigue for my favor. Stay here. Do not rush to the next thing. Do not look for the exit. Stay in the pause, for in the pause I am renewing your strength. If you are choosing to trust my timing over your own type, I will be still in the comments to mark this moment of surrender. Do you wonder why the resistance has increased? Do you wonder why the walls seem to be closing in just as you decided to seek my face? It is because the enemy of your soul is jealous of what I am doing in the dark. He cannot see the full plan, but he can see the light beginning to emanate from your spirit. He knows that something monumental is about to break through, and he is terrified. He is trying to provoke you into a reaction. He is trying to make you move before I have given the command, because he knows that if he can lure you out of the secret place, you become vulnerable. But I am your high tower. I am your fortress. I am the wall of fire that surrounds you. Do not be distracted by the whispers of the shadows or the sudden obstacles that have appeared in your path. They are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are encroaching on the territory of the miraculous. Stay hidden in me, for the hunter cannot find what I have covered. The hidden enemy is a thief of time. He wants to rush you so that you miss the blessing I have placed in the silence. He wants you to focus on the jealousy of those around you, on the whispers behind your back, and on the closed doors that feel like rejections. But hear me if you believe I'm fighting your battles while you remain still like this video now. Subscribe to claim your victory and seal your spirit under my protection. This is the moment where you stop looking at the battle and start looking at the victor. I am the one who silenced the lions for Daniel, and I am the one who will silence the accusations against you. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to explain your journey to those who do not have the ears to hear it. Your silence is not a sign of defeat. It is the confidence of a child who knows their father has already won. The noise of the world is just a distraction from the harmony of my heaven. I have seen the arrows that were aimed at your heart when your back was turned. I have seen the traps laid in the shadows of your workplace and the poison whispered in the ears of those you trusted. I saw the moments you felt a sudden, inexplicable dread that was not your imagination. It was the enemy's attempt to break your focus. But I tell you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I'm turning the very stones they threw at you into the foundation of your new house. I'm taking the jealousy that tried to burn you and using it as a fire to refine your gold. Stay close to me. Do not step out from under the covering of my voice. The enemy is loud because he is losing. The shadows are long because the light is about to break through with a brilliance you have never seen. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your heart in my hand. If you agree that no shadow can overcome my light type, victory is mine in the comments. Do not think that what you are experiencing is a strange or new thing. You are walking a path that has been trodden by the feet of the faithful for thousands of years. I have always used the divine interruption to save my children from the wreckage of the world. Remember Noah? I spoke to him in a season of sunshine and clear skies, telling him to build an ark for a rain that no one had ever seen. Can you imagine the whispers? Can you hear the laughter of his neighbors as he hammered wood in the middle of a dry land? He looked foolish to the world, but he was obedient to my voice. He stayed in that pause, building and waiting, while the world continued its frantic dance. When the first drop fell, the world realized that his foolishness was actually his salvation. I'm doing the same for you. I'm telling you to build your inner ark, to stay quiet, and to prepare, even if those around you think you have lost your way. You're not crazy. You're covered. Think of my people standing at the edge of the Red Sea. I'd led them out of slavery, yet there they were, trapped between an army of chariots and a wall of water. They cried out in terror, wanting to run, wanting to fight, wanting to go back to the familiar chains of Egypt. But I spoke through the wind and said, "Fear not, stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord, which I will work for you today." I did not ask them to swim. I asked them to stand still. I did not ask them to fight. I told them I would fight for them. When they ceased their striving, I split the sea. I am the same God today. Your current trap is actually my setup for a miracle that will swallow your enemies whole. You feel cornered, but you are actually positioned. Like this video as a sign of your trust in the God of the Red Sea, and subscribe to remain anchored in these ancient truths. Look at Joseph, forgotten in the darkness of a prison cell for years. He had the dreams I gave him, yet he woke up every day to cold stone walls and silence. He felt interrupted. He felt delayed. But I was using that prison as a waiting room to develop the character he would need to rule a nation. If I had brought him to the palace a day early, he would have failed. I waited until the famine was coming to reveal him. I'm doing the same with your life. This period of being hidden, this feeling of being stalled in a prison of circumstances, is the final preparation before I elevate you. I have not forgotten you. I am simply waiting for the perfect alignment of the heavens and the earth. You are part of an ancient rhythm, a holy pattern of waiting and winning. Type "It is done" in the comments to seal your faith in my unchanging nature. Listen closely, for I'm about to unveil the immediate horizon of your life. In the next 3 to 7 days, a shift will manifest in your physical world that mirrors what has been happening in your spirit. Something important is coming. This is not a vague promise for a distant year. It is a movement already in progress. I have been orchestrating the details behind the scenes, aligning the stars, and moving the hearts of those you do not even know yet. In this coming week, you will see a sign. It may be small, a phone call, a specific word spoken by a stranger, or a sudden change in the atmosphere of your home. But you will know it is me. I'm pulling back the curtain on a situation that has been clouded for too long. Do not rush the timing. Do not try to force the door open before the key has turned. Just watch. Stay in the place of the observer. I'm the God of the sudden, but I am also the God of the sequence. Everything is happening in the order I have decreed. I saw the days you spent waiting for a sign, and I tell you the sign is at the door. In these next few days, a truth will be revealed. I'm going to show you things as they truly are, not as they appear to be. A mask will fall. For some of you, it will be the mask of someone you have trusted, but who has not been for you. For others, it will be the mask of a fear that has been masquerading as a fact. I will remove the scales from your eyes so that you can see the motives of the hearts around you. Do not be afraid of what is revealed. The exposure is for your protection. If I reveal a wolf, it is because I am the shepherd who is about to lead you to a safer pasture. If I reveal a lie, it is because I am the truth that wants to set you free. When the mask falls, do not weep over the loss of the illusion. Rejoice that the light has arrived. I saw the confusion you felt. I saw the doubt that kept you awake. The clarity you have been begging for is arriving between today and the 7th day. Press like on this video right now to signify your readiness for the truth, and subscribe to keep your spirit aligned with my revelation. As the truth comes to light, you will notice a path beginning to clear. The obstacles that seemed like mountains will start to look like dust. A decision that has been weighing on your soul for months will suddenly feel simple, almost effortless. I am clearing the debris from your road so that you can walk into your next season without stumbling over the ghosts of your past. But here is my instruction to you. Do not react. When you see the shift, when the mask falls, when the truth is spoken, stay calm. Do not lash out. Do not try to defend yourself. Do not run toward the new opening with a frantic heart. Just watch. I want you to see my hand at work without the interference of your anxiety. Let the world see your peace while the world around you changes. I am the one who is clearing the way. Your only job is to follow the light. This is the window of manifestation. Type "I see the light" in the comments to claim this forecast and seal it in your heart. I am with you in the seconds and the days, and I will not let your foot slip. I see the way you look at the numbers. I see the tightness in your chest when you open the mail or look at the screen that displays your balance. I know the midnight calculations you perform in your head trying to stretch a handful of oil to last for a month of hunger. The world talks of recession, of scarcity, and of a shaking market that threatens to swallow the humble and the hardworking alike. But listen to me. Your household is not governed by the economy of man. You live under the jurisdiction of heaven, and in my kingdom there is no lack. I'm building a financial ark around your life right now. While the waters of inflation and debt rise to consume those who trust in the systems of the world, your ark will float. I am not telling you this to foster greed, but to provide you with a peace that allows you to sleep while others are pacing the floor. I have seen your faithfulness in the small things, and I am moving to sustain you in the big ones. My word is not a suggestion, it is a law of the universe. Hear me now, I will meet all your needs according to my riches in glory. Do not look at the dry ground around you. Look at the clouds I am gathering over your head. I do not provide based on what the world says is available. I provide based on the infinite supply of my grace. If I have to move the heart of a stranger to favor you, I will do it. If I have to open a door that was bolted shut for a generation, I will do it. Your bills do not intimidate me. Your debt does not surprise me. I am the God who fed 5,000 with a boy's lunch, and I am the God who will make your limited resources multiply in your hands. If you believe that I am your provider and that your household is sustained by my hand, like this video now, subscribe to claim this financial covering, for I am sealing your storehouse against the thief. I am sending the ravens to your door. Do you remember Elijah by the brook? He had no garden, no market, and no wages, yet every morning and every evening the birds of the air brought him bread and meat, because I commanded them to. I am commanding resources to find you in this season. They will come from unexpected places, a rebate you forgot, a contract that suddenly signs a gift from a source you haven't spoken to in years, or a creative idea that I will drop into your spirit like a seed. Do not panic when the world shakes. The shaking is intended to loosen the wealth of the wicked, so that it may flow into the hands of the righteous. I am positioning you to be a conduit of my blessing. You will not just survive this season, you will have enough to be a light to those who are drowning. Stay in the ark of my presence. Do not let the fear of tomorrow steal the bread of today. Your needs are seen, your prayers are heard, and your provision is on its way. Type "My ark is ready" in the comments to claim this promise. I have seen the confusion in your eyes as the people you once trusted began to drift away. I saw the way you stared at your phone, waiting for a message from someone who used to be your closest confidant, only to be met with a silence that feels like a weight. You have been grieving the distance that has grown between you and those you thought would be with you forever. But listen to me. This is not a tragedy, it is a surgery. I am the one who is creating the distance. I am the one who is causing the conversations to feel strained and the laughter to feel forced. I am removing those who cannot go where I am taking you. Some people are only meant to be a part of your history, not your destiny. I am clearing the deck of your life so that you can sail into the new horizon without the extra weight of those who do not understand your call. Do not try to mend what I have allowed to break. Do not chase after those who have chosen to walk away. If I am letting them leave, it is because their presence has become a ceiling that is preventing your growth. I saw the way your heart sank when you realized that those you loved could no longer see the vision I placed within you. You feel unsettled because the people around you are becoming unsettled. They sense the shift in your spirit and it frightens them. Some react with jealousy, some with judgment, and some with a sudden cold indifference. This is because I am pouring new wine into your spirit, and their old wineskins cannot hold it. I saw the moments you tried to explain your heart, only to realize that you were speaking a language they no longer understood. Do not be angry with them. They are not the enemy. They are simply people who have reached the end of their assignment in your life. I am protecting you from voices that would discourage you, and from spirits that would dampen the fire I'm stoking within you. You are moving into an altitude where the air is thin, and only those with the proper spiritual lungs can survive there. Trust my hand as I pluck the weeds from your garden. I am replacing the toxic ties with divine connections. For every person I remove, I am preparing a brother, a sister, or a mentor who will recognize the gold in you and sharpen the sword of your spirit. I saw the loneliness you felt this week, but I tell you, you are never less alone than when you are with me. I am making room in your life for people who will pray for you when you are weak and celebrate you when you are strong. This is a season of holy subtraction that leads to a greater addition. If you believe that I am protecting your heart from the wrong people like this video now, subscribe to join this family of faith, for I am gathering the remnant who will walk together in truth. Do not look back at the burning bridges. They were only meant to light your way forward. Take a deep breath and let them go. I have better things and better people waiting for you on the other side. Type 1, release the old in the comments to seal this transition. Can you see it? Beyond the smoke of the current battle, beyond the fatigue of the waiting room, there is a land I have prepared for you. It is a place where the air is clear and the ground is firm beneath your feet. You have spent so long in the desert that you have forgotten what it feels like to walk through green pastures. But I tell you, the wilderness was never your destination. It was only your training ground. In the land I am leading you into, the constant state of survival will be replaced by a rhythm of thriving. You will wake up without that knot of dread in your stomach. You will walk through your day with a clarity that you haven't felt since you were a child. I'm giving you back your joy, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a deep, unshakable foundation. The promised land is not just a destination. It is the version of you that is no longer afraid. This is the shift you have been praying for, and it is closer than your next breath. I saw the moments you wondered if the milk and honey were just myths. I saw you looking at your dry hands and empty jars, doubting if the promise was still alive. But hear me, the fruit of this new season will be larger than your expectations. You will experience an abundance that doesn't just fill your cup, but overflows into the lives of everyone you touch. In this place, the doors will open before you even have to knock. The resources will find you before you even have to ask. You will look back at this divine interruption, at this very moment where I stopped you in the middle of your journey, and you will realize it was the moment the trajectory of your life changed for the better. You will see that the delays were not punishments, but the necessary pauses that allowed the grapes of your harvest to ripen. You will say, it was worth the wait. It was worth the silence. It was worth the surrender. In this promised state, your relationships will be anchored in truth, and your work will be an extension of my purpose. You will no longer have to labor for the bread that perishes. You will walk in the favor that provides. I am bringing you into a season of rest, not the rest of sleep, but the rest of soul-deep security. You are crossing the Jordan right now. The water is parting as your feet touch the surface. Do not look back at the giants of your past. They cannot follow you here. This is the turning point. This is the beginning of the better I promised long ago. Like this video right now as a seal of your arrival, and subscribe to this family of faith as we walk into the light together. Type I am entering my rest in the comments to claim the peace of your promised land. The sun is rising, and the shadows of your struggle are fleeing away. Stay here with me for one last moment. Do not rush back into the noise of the world just yet. I have spoken much into your spirit today, and I want to lock these words into the very foundation of your soul, so that no thief can steal what has been given to you. This word has been set into your heart like a diamond, and it must be sealed. Remember the core of my warning. Stay calm. Stay still. Trust the timing of the heavens above the frantic clocks of man. You have been interrupted because I love you too much to let you continue walking toward a cliff you could not see. You have been validated because I see every hidden tear you shed in the middle of the night and every silent prayer you thought went unheard. You have been prepared because the seasons are moving, and I will not have you caught without oil in your lamp. Do not let the distractions of your phone, the weight of your chores, or the demands of your schedule drown out the holy frequency of my voice that is now vibrating in your chest. The window is open, the moment is chosen, and the shift has begun. You are now under my divine covering. This is your home now. Subscribe to stay under this voice and like this video to signify that you are sealing this prayer into your reality. Listen as I speak the final protection over you and your household. I am the God who stands at the door and the God who stands within the room. I cover your mind from the spirit of confusion that seeks to twist my words. I cover your heart from the spirit of heaviness that tries to pull you back into the desert of despair. I cover your finances from the devourer, and I cover your body from the infirmities that walk in the darkness. Hear my prayer over you. May my peace, which transcends all human logic, descend upon you like a thick mantle. May my presence be the air you breathe and the ground you walk upon. I am the God who stays. I am the God who never leaves. I saw the way you struggled alone, but I tell you now, those days are over. As you go back into your life, carry this stillness as a physical shield. When the world tries to rush you, remember the power of the pause. When the enemy tries to frighten you, remember the symptoms of the shift. I am doing a new thing, a great thing, a holy thing in you. Do you not perceive it? It is here. It is yours. You are protected. You are provided for. You are deeply, eternally, and unshakably loved. This is the final seal of this divine appointment. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. You will look back at this hour as the definitive turning point, the day the clouds finally parted and the path became clear. You will say that this was the moment everything changed. Now I invite you to join this family of faith permanently. Subscribe to continue this journey under my guidance and like this message to testify to the heavens that you have received your breakthrough. Before you leave this space, I want you to make a final declaration of faith that will echo in the spirit realm. Type Amen or It is done in the comments to seal this word over your life forever. Let the angels witness your agreement. Let the shadows flee at the sound of your conviction. Go now in my power, walk in my peace, and live in my favor. The interruption is over, but your transformation has only just begun. I am your Father, your Creator, and your friend. I am your God, and you are mine. It is finished. It is sealed. It is done.